Hey Scoriox fam, today I had a really long day at work and I had a late night yesterday, as some of you might know, with my little fail with the upload yesterday. But I just wanted to come to you with something I want to try that's a bit new. I want to dive into the ILV price. For one really main reason is I only started my crypto journey in December last year. And I know that when I saw a chart, I had no idea what was going on. Now, I'm no perfect TA analysis, but technical analysis, but I know that many of you are just starting your crypto journeys today, and ILV has been one of your first picks, and I've been there before. And I want to just kind of use my experiences, even though they're short, to try and help inform you and guide you moving into the next part of your crypto journey and just giving you some insights into what may lay ahead. I'm really excited to share this with you, and I'm going to hopefully maybe do this at least once a week, or if there's any crazy price action, I'll definitely try and jump on it too. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, everyone, I'm going to make this really short and snappy, so let's jump straight on into the chart, okay? All right, first I'm going to take a really quick look at Ethereum. Now, for the sake of these sorts of videos, I'm not going to teach you how to scalp ILV. Not that you really can, because it doesn't really have any derivatives pairs, which actually makes its price action a lot more natural than if it did. So let's just jump into Illuvium. I'm going to really scale out. I'm going to really zoom out on this one. Now, there are many other channels that you can use if you want to learn how to do TA like this. I'm probably not the best teacher, okay? That would be pretty irresponsible of me. Don't forget, this is all not financial advice. But this is just to give you a little update of kind of where I see the markets heading. Now, the first big thing that's easy for most TA people to notice is that Ethereum was trapped in a bear flag for November, like a month or so. Okay, it's trapped in a bear flag and has just started breaking out. Honestly, I don't know how much I trust this, because if we chuck on the RSI divergence indicator, we can see that it is just right at the same point there as the previous high, okay? It's just below it. If it breaks up above it and this doesn't go higher, we could be in some trouble, but it actually looks pretty good at the moment. So I spoke too soon. So if we did want to measure this, just for comparison, I think Ethereum is a good thing to measure in terms of ILV, because you want to know, because that's one of its big pairs. If we actually look over here with ILV USDT and ILV Ethereum on the two different exchanges, the volume is 6 times less on the Uniswap exchange, but normally it's significantly less than that. So it's actually worth considering, especially in sake of the land sale. There's ETH and SILV and things like that. So they're very important pairings. But if we did line that up, Ethereum wants to go to 6260. Okay, so just overall, looking at it, Ethereum actually looks pretty good. So definitely worth looking at that. I'm also going to chuck on my moving averages. And they're all turning bullish on the 4 hour, which is quite good. And on the daily, they're actually pretty good as well. The 21 bounced on that. Nope, I think it's the 7, the 13. I can't even remember what I set it to. The 5. The 5 bounced on the 21 and is going straight up. So all pretty bullish at the moment. Definitely good looking at Ethereum. Okay, let's have a look at ILV. All right. You guys have probably already seen this by now. This is partially the reason I'm doing this as today's video. But yes, ILV is pumping and broke its all-time high today. It's a little bit too soon to celebrate, okay? Take my word for it. I'm super excited and pumped, just like anyone else, that ILV is really high. But personally, if I had the means to take profit, I actually took profit way too early. I took profit around here somewhere. If I had the means to take profit right now, I would take some profit, okay? That's not to say it's not going to keep going up, but no one ever went broke taking profits. And trust me, I've been in all of those massive Bitcoin dumps and people warned me before they happened. I'm warning you right now, ILV could make a correction. If you take profits right now, you can buy back in. Or if it dumps really hard, then you would have gotten some of your money off the table. Perfect. All right, I personally use Binance, so I'm not really going to talk about anything else at this point. But here's the two main things for this chart right here. This is the 4-hour time. This lines up perfectly. Okay, this lines up, intersects those 2 points, and has started to reject it here. But we don't have confirmation of that rejection yet. However, from this high here, it's a very similar story. As you can see, it still intersects that one just there, right? Perfectly. Crazy. It's insane. Okay. You also have what looks like a rising wedge forming. I think that's a rising wedge. Rising wedge in those 2 channels. And this is quite important because what this means, this has a bias to break to the downside. Now, if that happens, I believe it's this length here at the breakout point, which would probably be around here, and it could break down to around 1250. All right, here's where it gets interesting. Okay, if I go and find a volume profile right here, 1250 lines up with so much volume. Point of control at 1050. So I've actually already set buy orders at 1250. I don't think we'll be down there for long if we are, but I definitely think it's possible. Now, the other thing you have to really look at is this down here. This is something called a bearish divergence. It means the price's strength, this is the relative strength index, the price strength is decreasing while the price action is increasing. And you see a lot of major divergences, and they normally call a drop or an increase. We actually had a really big divergence down here, which called this local bottom here. Okay, the strength increased, but the price still descended, and that caused a major boost upwards. Okay, it's probably partly what caused all that volume. Now, sometimes to double check these divergences, you want to check on the daily as well. And it created a divergence here, and it's creating a triple divergence right now, unless it pumps up. And without futures trading and things, I don't think that sort of thing is going to happen. So definitely make sure to keep that in mind. For another quick reference, if we go to Bitcoin's chart on the daily, we want to go back to that massive dump. Oh, is this it? This is it. Sorry. I'm going to go to that massive dump. And you can see there was a divergence right here. It doesn't show up my indicator. I haven't really configured the settings, to be honest. But that is these 3 peaks right here on the daily were a giant divergence. The same thing we're seeing in ILV. Okay, I don't think it's going to be as big of a scale or it's all going to go to hell. Even if it does, it will go back up again, as we've seen. But you can see that the end of the divergence lined up with that new point of control created on the volume profile. And this is just the volume that a lot of people like to buy or sell at. So you definitely want to, if you had to take away anything from this, don't buy ILV yet. Wait till the weekend is done. And next week, if Ethereum pumps, you might be able to justify it. But if you're going to buy it, DCA in, okay? I definitely see some sort of volatility coming. It's probably to the downside from what I can see, but you never know. All right. Hope this was helpful to all of you. Have a good day.